Is so exciting. It's right around the corner. What can we expect from this year's event, Harold?
Well, the biggest thing, obviously, you got the top talent in the country coming here to the Combine. You got all 30 teams represented. You have scouts and executives who are making the decisions. I think the biggest thing overlooked is the time they spend talking with the players.
Right.
But obviously, you'll have the evaluations on the field, and we'll dive into that in a second.
It's not just a 24-hour event. This is a 4-day event held at Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona. It really allows for those scouts you just mentioned to evaluate these players from both a traditional scouting perspective, let's call it the old eye test. We like the old eye test.
Yeah.
And with advanced tracking technologies and metrics, which are also very important.
Well, the metrics has really taken over, and teams are really using the metrics to be able to separate guys. Look, it doesn't matter what league you played in. You might have hit 500, but another guy played in another league, he hit 500, but you don't know how to evaluate those together. So the metrics come in to be a big part of that. So you're going to see the spin rates, the exit velocities, clearly the old school, how hard does somebody throw miles per hour. So those are the metrics that they will be going by and being able to measure guys.
And what about days 2 through 4? What's unique about that?
Well, the uniqueness of 2 through 4 are games where you get all this top talent and they play together on the same field at the same time. So I got a kid from Florida playing against a kid from Oregon, and you get a chance to really get the true evaluation in games. So days 2 through 4 are games.
Sounds fun.
Oh, it's awesome.
Should be another great MLB Draft Combine this year. We're looking forward to it, obviously. We can't wait to see who grabs our attention. We'll see you in Arizona.
The road to Major League Baseball dreams makes a stop here at the MLB Draft Combine, live from Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona. With Jessica Mendoza, I'm Robert Flores. Jessica, we have a prospect here. He just wrapped up his season. Now he gets a chance to perform in front of the pro scouts. What are you most looking forward to?
Well, first of all, how cool is it that he's able to showcase his skills on this stage at a major league park? Plus the athleticism to pick up the bat, show off your skills as a hitter, and then also grab a glove and be able to go out in the field. I really believe this is the biggest opportunity to prove that he can showcase at the pro level.
Now, you were a player that thrived under pressure. This is a pressure-packed environment. How does he block it out?
You know, he's going to have to embrace those nerves, embrace that pressure, all the eyeballs that are on him, especially as he goes from hitting to taking the field.
All right, let's go down on the field for more. This is where the scouts really start paying attention to what these prospects have in their arsenal, Jessica.
Robert, this is a huge opportunity, this young guy's career. I mean, scouts, realistically, they're looking for confidence in the batter's box. They also want to see balance, rhythm, timing of his swings. They're also looking to see his ability to hit the ball to different parts of the field.
We are seeing a pretty impressive performance here, Jessica.
Yeah, one of the most impressive performances that we've seen. He's got a short, compact swing, allows him to make quick adjustments. Watch how his hands beautifully stay inside the ball. He's got that good balance, keeps his weight back, and then has that explosive move to the ball.
That's nice work up there. The scouts love a hitter who's this polished already before he begins pro ball.
Such an impressive display of a combination of that technique and strength at the plate. His swings are smooth, and he's got a ton of pop in the bat. This performance could seriously elevate his draft stock.
Infield drills at first base are starting up right now. A key position, Jessica, where you have the opportunity to pick up your teammates defensively, and it's my favorite position on the diamond because it's what I played growing up.
Well, and the biggest thing you got to have in that position, Robert, is positional awareness. Scouts are looking for that range, your ability to get to any ball, and honestly, you want to save your teammates from any potential throwing errors.
So far, what's your assessment of this session? How's he doing?
Yeah, it really stands out the defense is not his strong suit. Teams are looking for a sure thing at first base, and he's still got a ways to go.
And it looks like he could be struggling with the lack of confidence over there, too.
That's probably what stands out the most, but if he can finish strong, that will show that he's got that potential. This session has featured some defensive strength, but also lots to improve on before a team commits to him.
All right, back here with Jessica Mendoza. And Jessica, this young prospect just wrapped up day one, the hitting, the fielding. What did you think of his performance?
The biggest thing is day one, he got the nerves out of the way. I mean, he was able to showcase as a hitter and as a fielder, and knowing his work ain't done yet, he's got some games coming up.
That's right. These prospects on day two, they're going to be going head-to-head. Until then, for Jessica Mendoza, I'm Robert Flores. Thanks for joining us at the MLB Draft Combine in Phoenix, Arizona.
Welcome to Game 1 of the MLB Draft Combine on the show, live from Chase Field in Arizona, home of the Diamondbacks. I'm Ben Gelman. After yesterday's drills, today is the first opportunity for these prospects to show what they can do in a live game situation. First pitch coming up next. So up next, Anthony Young. These tournament games are, of course, just a part of the larger picture here at the Combine. Drills and assessments measure each player's fitness, strength, agility, and on-field performance, as well as other skills. I have to say he's got a live arm out there so far, attacking the zone and doing it with good velocity, too. Strike two. Obvious that he was swinging for the fences. Tough to do it on a pitch in that location. Swing and a miss, chases that one in the dirt. Throw to first, and it's in time for the third out, and that ends the inning. So 2 on and 2 out. Dodson getting ready to hit. Hard ground ball, base hit. Coming around third. Runner scores, and they take the lead. And now the first baseman, Anthony Young. Runner at third with nobody out, and those outfielders will have to get their momentum going towards home if they want to keep that runner from scoring on a sac fly. I know that's a strike, but you can let that one go early in the count. Hard to make good contact there. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. 2 strikes on him, and he's already struck out in this one. You'd like to see the pitcher attack and finish him off. Got the swinging strikeout. Huge K there. That is a critical call right there, and the pitcher is fully aware he got lucky. That umpire knows there will be some commentary coming his way from the dugout after that called third strike. Now, Anthony Young, late on that fastball. Tying run at second base. Bottom half of the fifth. And a big swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
The right-handed reliever. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Got to chase way outside for strike 3. 1 away and a runner at first. Anthony Young, the next to hit. Struck out on just 3 pitches the last time up. Runner on the move. Throw and safe. That is a stolen base. And now the tying run is into scoring position. This one in the air to right. Scott. 2 down. No outs. Runner at first. And now the center fielder, Robert Booth. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball right side into the outfield, base hit. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out. Next to hit, Anthony Young, 0 for 4. With 3 strikeouts and a flyout. Got it started a little too early there. Strike 1.
0-1.
3 Ks already for him in this one, but he has to shove that aside and focus on this at bat right now. Comes up empty. Strike 2.
0-2 is the count. Ball, that's out.
And now it's even up.
2 strikes.
Oh, and it's a punch out. Bat broke the plane. Only 1 out remaining. Huge spot here. Bottom of the 9th, down to their last out. Saldana, 1 for 3. Lined, and that's a base hit. 1 run comes in. The second run scores. They've tied it up in the bottom of the 9th. Grant Barrett digs in now. We're in the 11th. 1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. Hard ground ball. Base hit. Runner rounds third. On his way to the plate. Runner scores, and they have the lead. Now the tag at second, and he's out trying to stretch it into a double. So 2 down. Here's the left fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Ground ball. This one should do it. And that's the ball game. This is a game to flush, no doubt. He may be feeling like he let the team down in the loss.
Los bolsillos llenos, me siento como un buster, todas se me arriman. Mala mía, si tu gata está en mi roster, pa' su postre, entro en medio de la aldea, women se me pegan, huele mi dinero. Yo no soy Shenlong. Imagina lo que te espera. Women se me pegan, huele mi dinero. Yo no soy Shenlong. Mira, imagina lo que te espera.
Welcome to Game 2 of the MLB Draft Combine on the show. I'm Ben Gelman. Another chance for these prospects to show what they're made of as we creep closer to draft day. First pitch is just around the corner. Next to hit, Anthony Young. Swing, high fly down the right field line. Pulls that one down, and that'll do it. 1 out and 2 on. Rosales digs in now. Base hit. 1 run is in. Now the second run is in. Not in time. He's safe. Nobody out. Runner in scoring position. Anthony Young now at the plate. You may be wondering, just how does a player score a summons to the invitation-only draft combine? Well, eligible high school and college players are selected by a committee of MLB, USA Baseball, and MLB club scouting executives. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second. In there safely. Anthony Young, the next to hit. Foul ball there. Tying run at second base. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Struck the batter out looking. And that ends. So up next, Anthony Young. Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Might have a more aggressive approach this plate appearance. Strike 1.
0-1.
Little chopper rolls foul. That's the kind of pitch he likes to hammer a bit away so he can extend the arms. This time, though, he wasn't quite able to square it up. 2 outs, base is empty. Foul ball, still 0-2. Obvious that he was swinging for the fences. Tough to do it on a pitch in that location. Grounder to the left side. And foul ball. What an at-bat he's putting together. He's doing a great job of frustrating the pitcher, and that makes a mistake pitch more likely. This one lifted to center field. And that's that. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Jack Landry. And the tying run at second. Hard ground ball, base hit. And here comes the runner. Comes across to score. Now the tag at second, and he's out trying to stretch it into a double. Back here at Chase Field, and now the first baseman, Anthony Young.
Yeah!
That's an uncharacteristic chase. He usually
0-1's
lays
the
off
count.
pitches off the plate like that.
Way to rip it, kid.
Throw to the plate. Not in time. He beat it, and they've got the lead. No outs. Runner at first. Rahul Saldana will hit next. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
1-1.
This one's in the dirt. Next one's popped in the air into right. Brown. And there's one away. One gone, runner at first. Here's the catcher, Charlie Luna. We're in the 11th. 1 run in the inning so far. Here's the pitch. Runner is on the go. Strike in there. Throws to second, and he's out. They clearly want to try and pad that lead here in the late innings, but he couldn't make it work for them there. The defense did well to not let the offense put them behind the 8 ball. That's a base hit. Coming around third. To the plate, safe, and we are tied. In safely at second base, and that's the potential winning run with nobody out. And here's the first baseman, Scott Waite. 0-1 now. Swing lifted to left field. It's pretty deep. Hauls it in, there's one away. And next, the cleanup hitter, Anthony Young.
Hey! 0-1.
Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Throw to first in time. They limit the damage here. Back here in the desert, and now the center fielder, Jack Landry. And a base hit right there. Runner around third. Scores on that one. It's a leadoff double. The winning run is at second base. Next to hit, Pedro Aguero. Swing and a drive. This one carrying. Snags it on the warning track. Runner tags and goes to third. Just a shade too early with the swing, and the mechanics might have broken down a bit. He needs to try to put that up the middle instead of yanking it to the pull side. The 0-1. Into center. The winning run scores, and they walk it off. 6-5, the final.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
6 deep in the sprinter, yo sequence floating with the glimmer. You can sniff, let it simmer. Miss supper, but you could be my dinner. She said, why you always got your head high in the clouds, your eyes to the sky and your face to the stars. I can hear them calling me awfully hard. You best believe before I leave, I'ma leave my mark, and we got 6 deep in the sprinter.
Welcome to Game 3 of the MLB Draft Combine. I'm Ben Gelman. One final opportunity before the draft for these prospects to show out in front of the scouts. We're just about ready to get started. And here's the first baseman, Anthony Young. Up the middle, base hit, coming around third. Runner scores, and they have the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0. One away, runners at the corners here. Next is the designated hitter, Rahul Saldana. Runner on the go, strike in there. Throw to second, tag, and they get the out. I know they're trying to put more pressure on him with the way he's pitched in this game, but by getting caught stealing, you're giving him a big dose of relief. If he can't get you out at the plate, don't give away your base runners. That's a good way to miss it. Base hit. Runner around third. Crosses the plate. No outs, runner at first. And now the first baseman, Anthony Young. Picked up an RBI the last time up. Still their only run of the game so far. And swing and miss. Tough to do damage on pitches that far out of the zone. Fly ball, right field. And it's into the gap. The tying run is aboard. Lead runner to second, so 2 on and nobody out. And now the DH, Rahul Saldana. Here's the 1-2 offering. Pops this up on the infield. Umpire signaling for the infield fly. Here's the catcher, Charlie Luna. On the ground, right side, 4, 6, 3, but not in time. Good hustle, and the inning continues. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And here's the catcher, Matthew Yabu. 1-2 now. On the ground to the left. Play made, that ends the inning. They leave them loaded. Last half of the 5th coming up, 3-1. And next, the cleanup hitter, Anthony Young. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Off balance speed, there's 1. Not in time at first, it's a fielder's choice. Good situational awareness and hustle there, knowing that a double play ends the inning. With the batter reaching first, they're still alive in this frame. Runners on the corners and 2 out. Next up, the designated hitter, Rahul Saldana. Got the strikeout looking. Huge K. And now the center fielder, Mitchell Miller. Here comes the 0-1. On the ground, could be 2. Nice play off the bounds for the out. One out and 2 on. And here's the first baseman, Anthony Young. Off the mark there. Ball 1. Gut check time for him on the mound. I'm interested to see how he handles this situation. And the pitch. Swings through the fastball up in the zone. Good pitching there, putting it a bit up and in on his hand so he can't extend for more power. Pitch misses. Ball 2. Advantage to the hitter right now. He's got runners on and a friendly count, so he should be aggressive on this next pitch. Tying run waits at the plate. That one finds the zone, and the count is 2-2. Fights it off, we'll see another. Here comes the 2-2. Next offering is outside. Wow, he's showing an excellent eye at the plate. Really tough pitch to take. Swing and a miss. The high heat, too much on that one. Huge spot here. Bottom of the 9th, down to their last out. That one fouled off. Nice eye right there. On the ground, this should do it. Steps on the bag, ball game. That concludes this this year's MLB Draft Combine. It was a pleasure watching these young talents get a chance to showcase their skills and boost their draft stocks. I, for one, cannot wait to see what the future...
I'm putting the brake up. I'm trying to stop, get shit safe up. Plan on finding love a little later. This came too soon, I'm not too sure what to make of you. All of these butterflies, suddenly you're always on my mind. But I start the flow of emotion, cause I don't know how to control what I'm feeling. It's just going way too fast. Every time you look at me, I can't hold back. But I don't wanna tell you that. I could try to fight, wouldn't matter every time I try. I fall deeper into you, I can't deny. I'm breaking all my rules, I can't help but give I'm looking for layers, hoping you're not just saying all the pretty words I love to hear. You don't even know how deep I feel. I'm playing it cool, but I'm losing it over you. Lately I've been trying to change, but it just feels so soon. It's just going way too
With the 21st pick of the 11th round, the Pittsburgh Pirates select Anthony Young, a first baseman from the East region.
So as we continue through day 2 of this year's draft, we got a high school player with the latest pick. And Harold, this is a guy that's already committed to one of the best college baseball programs in the country. What do you think his immediate future holds?
Well, he's got a future. He's a nice young talent, but I don't think he's ready for pro ball. I think he has a lot more development to do. And going to the college that he's going to, they do a great job of developing players. I think he really has to look at that seriously. Pro ball is pro ball. But college, you got a chance to go and you can make mistakes and still have an opportunity to come back.
But he did get drafted for a reason. So this big league organization thinks they've got the developmental expertise in their system. They want him to sign, do they not?
No doubt. I see what they see in him. There's upside talent. I'm just saying pro ball will eat him up right now. He's not ready.
Okay. Look.
This is my take.
That's a very candid take. And who knows, maybe in a couple of years we'll see him in the first round.
I'ma keep this feeling close to me, but I think I lost my mind. 11 months of the same routine, keeping up this facade of mine. I'm gonna buy you some roses, baby. Pretty soon I'll be talking my image, so I can keep running in my mind. Will you provide your family with groceries? Is that too much? Too much? Then I
hustling. I ain't touching nothing but a mic. 5 o'clock and off the work, ready to go home and write. I ain't got a buck to catch the bus, chilling at the stop. Rain falling hard as ever, and it's soaking my socks. Kick my kicks off and took off my jacket, put my jeans up, beat up in my headphones, blast them. I started laughing while I'm splashing in puddles like we struggle, we dancing in the rain. Shit, I try to do the same. Yo, don't nobody wanna dance slow.
Greetings from the ballpark at Omaha. MLB The Show brings you Game 1 of the College Baseball Championship. It's the UCLA Bruins taking on the TCU Horned Frogs. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And Singy, today, one of college baseball's brightest stars looks to spring up draft boards at his team's quest for a national championship.
Yeah, Boog, I'm really looking forward to seeing how he handles it. What an amazing opportunity in a high-stakes setting. Biggest week of his young career.
And we'll be back for the first pitch right after this. One down. Anthony Young steps in now for TCU. What a journey he's been on to get to this point, Chris.
Yeah, Boog, he's really carried this TCU program on his shoulders. A tremendous 4-year career, and then to cap off his senior season with a trip to Omaha, that's pretty incredible.
Sliced hard but foul. Swing and a ground ball and foul ball.
Game 1 of the College Baseball Championship. These players have got to be pumped, Boog. I know I am.
No doubt, Cindy, the massive crowd here, a national audience watching at home. For most of these players, this is by far the biggest stage they've played on. First and second, no outs. Anthony Young steps in now for TCU, singing, and he grounds one to the right side. Fair ball coming home. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single. It's 3-3.
Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
So runners at the corners, nobody out.
Now
Cross getting ready to hit.
Yes. Whoa.
Looking across the field, Singy, you know physically the talent is there for all of these athletes. Now is when the mental game. There goes the runner. Pitches high. Throw to second, and he's out.
You can see they're continuing to try to apply pressure on this pitcher who struggled a little bit. The problem is you get caught right there, you're helping him out. You're giving him an out that he struggled to get. You want to maintain those base runners. Let some of those guys coming up to the plate that got some pop, can hit the ball in the gap, drive in a couple of more runs.
He swings and fouls one off.
I love seeing these outstanding young athletes out there on college's biggest stage. Just goes to show you what hard work.
On the ground, right side. Grabs it barehanded. Runs, scores, but a terrific play to get the out. Here's the third baseman, Chance Sanguillen.
Number 6, Chance Sanguillen.
Ground ball to first, could be 2. They get 1. The throw to second is offline.
The right fielder, number 32, Russ Barbori.
And here's the first
now
baseman,
batting,
Anthony Young. Golden opportunity
Young.
right here. Line drive, caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. You hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Tying run at the plate. Ground ball up the middle. A sliding stop. There's one. To first. Nice pick. Double play. And that's the inning.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
First and second, no outs. Young now at the plate. The Pirates selected him out of high school, but he chose college ball instead. Pretty cool to see it paying off for him, Singy. A shot at the natty.
Yeah, Boog, what an opportunity he's got here this week, trying to cap off his college career with a title. He'll certainly get another chance to hear his name called at the upcoming draft, though.
And a big swing and a miss.
0-1.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Come on, let one fly here. Let's go.
Got him. One down. Here's the catcher, Gaylord Howard. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Base hit, one run is in. Now 2 runs score. It's 13-9. And now the right fielder, Bryce Sparbori.
Be patient.
This one in the air. Willie under this one. And that'll do it. They get the victory. What a way to start their journey here in Omaha. Young had a game to forget.
This wasn't his finest hour, and he may be a little frustrated heading back to the clubhouse, even though they got the win.
Self-indulged, discipline never been my sentiments. I needed to me and was like penicillin.
Hello and welcome to the ballpark at Omaha. We're ready for game 2 of the College Baseball Championship. It's the Cal State Fullerton Titans going up against the TCU Horned Frogs. First pitch coming your way next. And now the first baseman, Ruben Vizcaino.
The first baseman, Ruben.
Singing, now that the nerves from game one have died down a bit, do you think some of these players' thoughts have turned to the upcoming draft?
Oh, for sure, Boog. Of course they're all here to win, but there's no denying that if you deliver...
Oh, now this ball's going to get through, and that's a base hit. 1 run's in. Another comes in to score. Now the tag at second, and he's out. Trying for 2. They limit the bottom of the inning.
Leading
At the plate, Anthony Young.
The first baseman, Anthony Young.
Aseo back to work. And a foul ball. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
They'll just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Foul ball, still 0-2.
Here we go.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. Gets him. 1 away on a drop third strike.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
2 outs, runner at first. Anthony Young steps in now for TCU, Singy. Oh, that pitch got away from him, and that's a hit by pitch.
Now batting, the designated
first
hitter,
and second, 2 outs. Cross digs in now. The other way. Wide throw pulls him off the bag, and the inning still alive.
Maybe just a little lack of concentration on that throw. 2 out, you think you've got the play made. Players are starting to move off the field towards the dugout, and then everyone's got to come back. Sometimes you take that throw for granted, and that's all it takes to keep the inning going.
The left
so bases all loaded up. Ashley, the next to hit. Now a pop-up on the infield. Makes the grab, and the inning is over. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3. On to inning number 4. The Titans have the lead, 4-2. 1 down. Now the third baseman, Eric Oliger. Grounder might be 2. Throws to second for 1. To first, nice pick, double play, and that's the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Titans out front here, 6-4. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Sam Holtz.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of them right here to get some critical outs.
Activity in the bullpen. Lee Adamson getting loose out there. On the ground to third. Zips it to first. 1 up, 1 down. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Young getting ready to hit. Squirts away a little bit. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Tying run at the plate. Swings and misses. That's strike 2.
0-2.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate. there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Anthony Young. And that's fouled off. This one in the dirt.
0-2.
Nice job behind the plate there. Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. Popped up. Vizcaino brings it in, and there's one down.
That was a good pitch to hit right there.
2 outs. Runner on first. Cherry Ashley will hit next. 1 strike away. Line drive, base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Next to hit, Del
Now
Baco.
batting, the third baseman, Del Baco.
That's to third, Oliger. And that wraps it up. Tough loss here in Omaha, but they'll get another chance tomorrow. Young didn't end up with the individual performance he was hoping for, Singy.
Yeah, it was a real struggle out there for him, Boog. Wasn't
Hello and welcome to the ballpark at Omaha. This is the College Baseball Championship, the elimination game. It's the Vanderbilt Commodores taking on the TCU Horned Frogs. John Shambi along with Chris Singleton. Well, Singy, it's win or go home time for one of college baseball's biggest names.
Big game on tap today, Boog. 9 innings away from leading his team to the college baseball championship game. Pressure-packed opportunity for him and his teammates.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. So bases all loaded up. Anthony Young steps in now for TCU, Singy. You know, Singy, this elimination game might be when these players really feel the pressure to make their mark.
Absolutely. They know the history, Boog. They're fully aware that Hall of Famers like Paul Molitor and Big Dave Winfield made a name for themselves here in Omaha. Well, this is a tough situation with the bases loaded, but the healthiest mindset is just try to get outs, one hitter at a time.
Check swing, and he went. And the count is 0-2.
0-2.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the first baseman, Anthony Young.
This player just continues to impress me with his poise and presence. He knows he belongs here, and he's letting the rest of us know it too.
On its way to the corner, and that drops foul.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Here's a speed threat. Leonardo Mays. Ground ball right side, could be 2. They get 1. Not in time. He's safe.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind it with another ground ball. Good execution.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Anthony Young. He is projected to go in the middle rounds of the upcoming draft, Singy.
Yeah, lots of interest from the scouts here this week, Boog, and plenty of MLB Hall of Famers weren't drafted early. Guys like Albert Pujols, Andre Dawson, even Nolan Ryan, to name a few.
Center field, Risser sizes this one up, brings it in, and there are 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Jet.
Next to hit, Anthony Young.
Now batting,
0 for 3 in this one.
Anthony Young.
Slider right there.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Way inside, and that hit him.
Now batting, the designated
hitter,
1 down. Chet.
And now the DH, Chet Cross. Hit in the air, left field, Mays. Balls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting,
2 outs, runner on first. Alan Stoites now at the plate. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
So the tying run in scoring position now. Pagan will hit next. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard.
Full count.
In the dirt. Nothing happening on the bases, though. 3-2 now. Swing and a ground ball. Throws to first in time. Inning over. That's a crucial missed opportunity. 2 left on. 9th inning coming up. The Commodores out front here, 3-2. Back to the top of the order now. Jared Roper getting ready to hit. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. And that puts the tying run on base.
That's tremendous fight from him. And I know it's got the dugout fired up down there. Down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep it.
So up next, Rick Colbert.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it.
On the ground right side. And that wraps it up as their season comes to an end here in Omaha. A valiant effort, but they fall short of the national championship game. Young didn't end up with the individual performance he was hoping for, Singy.
With the 3rd pick of the 9th round, the Pittsburgh Pirates select Anthony Young, a first baseman from the East region.
Yeah! Let's go! Great job!
Okay, so another college player taken off the board here in the early rounds of this draft. It's another player who was drafted out of high school, went to school, had a strong but not outstanding college career, Harold. What do you think of this young man? Because he didn't put up any staggering college stats, but scouts clearly have liked him for a while.
Well, they've liked him, and this is where the metrics have helped him. You know, statistically, not all there, but when you see him on the field and you see him go through the combine-type workouts, you see the potential of being an impact player. Not everybody's a #1 pick that ends up being a big-time player in the big leagues.
So maybe in the minor leagues, he can get with one instructor, one coach who can unlock that talent that we've been waiting to see.
That's what you're dreaming on, and that's why you draft him and hoping you can develop it.
Look, he bet on himself out of high school, went to college, and it clearly paid off.
still there. I was better when I was still there. Now we're swimming oceans of emotions, 7 days at a time. Oh, the water's blue, and so are you. I won't be running out anytime soon. I go up and I come down when I remember the day I was still around. Yeah, the water was just right, like your lips so warm. But now my heart is torn between the rose and the thorn. Yeah, time